like this.
I like this.
Okay. Next on NewsBeat, concerns for public safety in the South Loop.
We catch the action at Columbia's esports tournament.
What will the weather be like for the St. Patrick's Day Chicago River dyeing? Good morning, I'm Rosemary Murillo.
And I'm Citlali Magali Sotelo. Welcome to NewsBeat. Thank you so much for joining us today. Our top story, the crime rate in the city is on the rise. Columbia College Chicago is working to reduce the risk for students. Holly Angus has this report.
Concerns for public safety in downtown Chicago continue to grow due to increased crime rates in the first 2 months of 2023, with a 61% increase in crime compared to this time last year. In the first 22 days of 2023, Chicago saw a record of 4,844 complaints that were crime-related. Although murder has fallen by 9% and shootings by 1%, there has been a 26% increase in robbery and 24% in theft. These statistics come as Governor J.B. Pritzker made a statement claiming crime is coming down. Columbia College Chicago, located in the South Loop, has operations in place to reduce the risk of crime for students, such as a Safe Ride program. This program allows students a free ride home from designated locations from the hours of 6 p.m. till 1 a.m.
We were out kind of late and we didn't really know how to get home. And we approached the Safe Ride thing and he showed us how to fill it out on the phone and everything. And it was just kind of relieving to know that we didn't have to order an Uber, which cost money. It was just nice to know that we had someone who was looking out for us and that could get us home safe, regardless of the circumstances.
Columbia also offers self-defense classes with Kate on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. in the fitness center, and Columbia staff Mark Britchesovich runs kick-ass sessions throughout the semester, with the next one landing on Friday the 17th of March, located on the second floor of the loft in 754 South Wabash Avenue. If you ever feel unsafe around campus or in downtown Chicago, you can visit Columbia's website for more information on how to stay safe. Holly Angus, reporting from Chicago, NewsBeat.
The number again for the Safe Ride program is 312-369-SAFE.
Masking is now optional in classrooms, instructional settings, and other campus areas. 3 years since COVID-19 outbreak, Columbia College has modified some existing campus precautions for the spring semester, thanks to low risk levels. The current COVID-19 precaution level on campus is at low, meaning fewer than 200 new cases per 100,000 in the last 7 days. Testing for students experiencing symptoms will remain available at the Student Health Center.
The Spring 2023 Grad Expo is coming up next week. It will be taking place at 754 South Wabash Avenue on the first and second floors. It will be available for 2 days, Wednesday, March 15th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and Thursday, March 16th from 3 to 6 p.m. This expo will help double-check graduation audits, and for graduating students, this is your chance to pick up your commencement tickets.
The Student Center is a central hub for student life on campus. This semester, Columbia is introducing a new menu to the Student Center food court. Nathan Fournier spoke to the cafe manager about what students can expect.
While the Student Center is a place for some to sit back and relax or focus on studying, Columbia is making some changes as to how the dining experience will be at the center. Franny's Cafe, a beloved restaurant within the South Loop, has now found a new home in the Student Center's food court.
So Franny's Cafe has been part of Columbia College for like the last 8 to 10 years. We first started this concept at 623 South Wabash, and then we were offered another opportunity to go to 1104 South Wabash, where we opened up a second cafe. Unfortunately, COVID hit and things got sidetracked, and we're just so happy to be back at the 754 location.
This change in food service providers does not come without any reasons. Director of the Student Center, Lauren Nazarian, states that the change was to benefit students.
We just kind of felt that their prices were a little high for students. The quality of the food wasn't really consistent like we wanted it to be. And we just wanted something that was going to be more targeted toward our students.
Columbia claims that prices can't be beat. What do the students themselves think of the new food court?
I think originally it was a little bit pricier. I think it's good. I think it's overall like pretty affordable, and it comes out fast, and people here are really nice. So
they took away a lot, and it was a shame to me. I was very disappointed. They took away mostly everything that I would eat.
I have celiac disease and they don't have any celiac-free or gluten-free options. For instance, I can't have any of the fries or anything like that because they use the same oil it's just not very allergy friendly.
With some students dissatisfied with the changes, Franny's is open to exploring new ideas that work with all types of students.
We're here, we want to accommodate everyone here. So our menu item right now, we have about 50 to 55 items, and we're looking to extend that, we're going to get some movement on that and what we could bring in to accommodate all of those students in those areas.
If you're looking for a bite to eat between classes, Columbia's food court is located inside the Student Center at 754 South Wabash Avenue and is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is Nathan Fournier, NewsBeat, Columbia College, Chicago.
I don't know what else is on that menu, but that burger looks delicious.
Is it lunchtime yet? All right, listen up, Chicago. You might get lucky this weekend at Chicago St. Patrick's Day celebration. The annual dyeing of the Chicago River will take place tomorrow beginning at 10:30 a.m. Make sure to get there early to secure a good spot for viewing. The best spots to watch are along the Chicago River Walk and on the bridges between State Street and Columbus Drive. And don't forget about Chicago St. Patrick's Day Parade. It will be kicking off at 12:30 at Balboa Avenue and Columbus Drive, continuing north until Monroe Street.
Will Irish luck beat out the snow on St. Patrick's Day? Find out in our upcoming forecast.
How did Columbia perform in the esports tournament?
Our midterm stressing you out? Stay tuned for the ultimate relaxation guide.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
There it is. Keep going with it. Leo.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Jake Frederickson was there to see how their first tournament went since COVID-19.
The Renegades esports team hosted its annual singles awareness tournament last Friday in the 916 South Wabash building, where students played each other in 2 PC games, Overwatch and Guilty Gear Strive. The team's social media and communications director, Dirt Simmons, explains the tournament's impact as the group's first in-person event since COVID-19 broke out.
Not everyone gets the chance to go to in-person events, and I feel like the difference, it really makes the difference to feel like the community as opposed to just being online all the time.
This offers students an alternative activity for Valentine's Day, where they can meet peers they may have never met otherwise. Organizer and esports board member Tom Gorman says the yearly event promotes singles awareness to keep tradition alive.
But we still try to have it around the same time, and we want to have it in the spirit and honor the people who started the organization and continue at least one event to be a constant throughout any organizational change.
One change Gorman does expect is more games in upcoming tournaments, including the next one right after spring break. The team wants to expand as the esports industry continues to grow its popularity.
Esports is pretty much going to be here to stay. People have been calling it a fad for forever now, but I don't know if you just heard, there's going to be esports in the Olympics, even if it's not necessarily what we're doing here with these games, but it's a step forward and it's showing that esports is coming into pop culture.
Anyone interested in joining the club can find the esports team on the Columbia Engage app. Here you'll find links to their Instagram, CCC Renegade Esports, and their Discord channel, which has the info to try out for their competitive teams.
The Columbia Renegades esports team meets weekly here in the 916 building, where they also host cross-platform tournaments, meaning you don't need to know how to play on PC to attend. This is Jake Frederickson, NewsBeat, Columbia College, Chicago.
Jake will be joining us again in a moment with more sports news.
An exciting runaway show filled with entertainment from an opening act to a burlesque dancer is coming to Columbia this weekend. NewsBeat got a chance to speak with the organizer of Body Haven.
I'm Brianna Ramirez, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm a filmmaking major here at Columbia. Yeah, so I am the president of Body Haven, and we are a body positive club dedicated to creating safe spaces, and we focus a lot on both body positivity and fat liberation. Yeah, the runway show will be March 11th, this Saturday, March 11th, from 4 to 6. It'll be at the Student Center, 5th floor. For all Columbia students, it's free. We just ask that you RSVP via Engage. If you don't, you can still show up and it'll still be great, but we just want to have a head count of who's coming. I just hope people have a good time. Our show is classic Hollywood themed. We're encouraging everyone to come dressed on theme, so that'll be fun. We have a burlesque dancer, we have an opening performer. It's gonna be super fun, and I just hope that everybody has at least one, if one person at the event can spend the entire day without thinking about what they look like and just genuinely having fun, then I think that the show is a success.
Relax and unload midterm stress during Columbia's De-Stress Fest. De-Stress Fest is a series of events throughout the month of March with activities like journaling workshops, a slime bash, and much more. The slime bash will be on March 13th at 4 p.m. in the Makerspace located at 754 South Wabash Avenue. All students are welcome to join in on the relaxing fun. You can find these events and register to attend through your Engage portal.
Brace for cooler weather this weekend. We'll have the St. Patty's Day forecast next.
What Are You Listening To? Columbia students tell you their top songs and artists.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Did you? There it is. Keep going with it. Leo.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a
Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day celebration. You can expect a high of 34 degrees and a low of 30. With a chance of snow in the evening, prepare for the rest of this weekend as snow showers will be taking over from today until Sunday morning. As for the rest of the week, the highest temperature we will be experiencing is 42 degrees on Thursday, and the low will be 22 degrees on Monday night. Back to you, Rosemary.
Thanks, Islali. March Madness is upon us, and the Renegades continue. Now to Jake Frederson for the latest in sports.
Our top story this week isn't the most cheerful news. Blackhawks legend and beloved Chicago athlete Patrick Kane was traded to the New York Rangers on Tuesday. In his decorated time with the Hawks, Kane won 3 Stanley Cups and a plethora of other trophies. It's the end of a historic era, but this move frees up immense cap space for the Hawks as they start the rebuilding process, receiving 2 draft picks in the trade. Nothing can replace Kane's legacy, but at least he's been reunited with former teammate Artemi Panarin in New York, while the Hawks look to the future. However, Kane wasn't the only Patrick making news around the United Center. The Bulls acquired Chicago native and defensive guard Patrick Beverley via the buyout market. Since his arrival, the Bulls have won 4 out of 7 games, including a huge blowout win over the top-seeded Nuggets on Wednesday. Beverley has never missed the playoffs in his first 10 NBA seasons, a trend that the Bulls hope to sustain. Before then, we have other basketball to focus on, as collegiate teams battle for seeding with March Madness approaching. Kansas, Marquette, and UCLA are just a few of the teams leading their conferences right now, while Houston is ranked 1st overall. The tournament starts this Thursday, so prepare your brackets. Looking to get active yourself? Head to the Flats at East West University tomorrow afternoon for the next round of the Renegades. They'll be hosting the Hula Hut Showdown from 3 to 5 p.m. on the 2nd floor of the 829 South Wabash building. All students are welcome. And that's it for sports today. Back to you guys.
You might see some familiar faces in the next segment.
Our reporters Avery Resendez and Sam Tucker were out on campus asking students, what are you listening to?
Hi, I'm Maya Kostolitz, and right now I'm currently listening to the Hot Pink album. Came out in 2019, Doja Cat. Just makes me feel good when I'm feeling down. She's super sexy and makes me feel sexy.
What song or artist you've been listening to on repeat and why?
I'm John Carollo, and recently I've been listening to I'm not much for like single songs, I'm more of an album person. I've been re-listening to Section 80 by Kendrick Lamar a lot recently. It's something, whenever you listen to something on Spotify, it always shows you like what you were last listening to, so it just keeps popping up.
I've been listening to 1979 by Smashing Pumpkins.
Why?
I don't know, it's just like a transition period of my life, and I think that song relates to that a lot.
My name's Luke. Been listening to Blue Sand by Lil Ugly Mane, like on repeat. It just goes hard, and it's just like upbeat, fast, good chords, good lyrics.
I've been listening to ABBA a lot.
Why?
I don't know, I started just listening to them because I was like, oh hey, I forgot, I used to listen to ABBA like every once in a while, so I've just been like listening to all their songs.
At the top of my playlist is Romeo Santos. What about you, Rosemary?
J. Cole is always a good go-to for me. That'll do it for this edition of NewsBeat. Thanks for joining us.
Be sure to join us next Friday for a new episode. On behalf of the NewsBeat team, stay safe and have a great weekend.